What's up, everyone? Netherwood back with more Alchemy Factory for you. Episode 9. Everything is automated now. That's what we did last episode. All of our products automated from purchasing resources with the money bus over here and everything connected to these portals, purchasing portals, to moving all the stuff through the logistics and putting it up on the shelves. So we can kind of take a breather now, right? Before we were kind of rushing against time and stuff like that. Now we don't have to do that. Also, off camera, I did a couple things. I put all the walls up and stuff, and then I did a couple of optimizations to builds, nothing huge. And I also kind of optimized the money bus a little bit because it's getting kind of a there's a little bit of a problem here. So now, as you can see, 2/3 of our money will go to the money bus. One of them's going through a converter to just put silver coins, singles out on there, because the money bus just can't keep up with all the demand. There's just not enough, and it's in 50 stacks of 50 copper, right? It's not going to be able to keep up. I also added in this converter, which I'll have to actually upgrade, where we can put in 100 silver. Actually, we need more bank. Put 100 silver in, converts it to 1 gold coin, moves into here, and will output 1 silver coin as a conversion, because we need to put silver coins on here now, and that the bus will become a lot better off. You can see right now it's kind of dry, right? It's dry for a little while. Not too bad, right? But it will become bad as we add more builds to it. Now, before I do that, though, I wanted, because I was going to add a bank here and kind of set this up, this injector. But I decided instead that we have a couple of things to do. I want to rebuild the shop now. It's getting kind of cramped. Putting this second row of product in, it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt with the way we're doing logistics right now. Also, I did do a tweak to... And yeah, okay, I actually changed the settings so I don't have to hold down shift. I just hit shift once and it toggles. I added a buffer box right here for potions, because we are using potions for a couple of different things and they don't come out ridiculously fast, right? So I wanted to make sure we had slight buffer, because what these guys do is they'll come in, they'll swipe all the potions, which I think is 12, and we don't have burst, right? So we need to save up a little bit so it can burst. So I'm going to do that on other builds as well. I also added this here so we can get actually more of the potions to go directly to potion sales, because the bandages are still eating a lot of potions. You can see they're starting to back up, but it's still eating a lot. So I really want more potions going to selling, because if you don't have the potion sales, you don't have the reputation. So, okay, now you're pretty much up to speed with what I've done. What I want to do is add more buffers to these builds. So like you can see, I can add one right here. It'd be super easy. Let me just take this out, add a box. It's literally that simple. Then we have that bit of a buffer. So we don't have to have, 900, per minute going through this thing, right? You literally can just do that. For this, we'll have to move it back some to do this. Let's take this out because I don't want to produce a bunch more mortars for no reason. Let's just pick this up. And I think what I was doing was... yeah, that's probably fine. I'll put it in the buffer box. Put a cog in there. Okay, so we're going to want the buffer box right there. Let's just do these really quickly. I would prefer probably to do these, honestly, really offline, but you can't do that in this game. It just doesn't work. So it is what it is. Let's put this in the buffer box. There we go. Now we don't, we save everything. Cool. That guy has a buffer box. Let's put one for glass. This is perfectly already aligned. Really, really simple, nice. I'm grateful for that. Looks like every time we touch it, though, we're going to pick up a few things. So this is going to have to moved out a little bit. So let's do that real quick. And I don't even think we picked up a couple of nails. Wow, we'll just absorb that. Again, same with this guy. We don't do large cogs, which I think eventually we probably will, large gears. But for now, it's fine. I'm not going to set anything here. I'm just going to let it fill up all the way. It's fine. I think, is it though? Is it fine? I'll let this one do it because it's already doing it, and this guy's already doing it. But maybe for glass, I'll put something in there. Thing is, it's going to move that out. We need those gobstopper things, because I think it does not move those. And then we can put them in builds, and I think it won't do anything, right? Yeah, gelatinous gridlock. Oh, they're only 100 apiece? Do they stack? They do not stack. So the thing is, they're sticky and don't move. I keep forgetting to not push shift now. So actually, I think I would prefer... Well, it's already building up, so I might as well just leave it. So let's put one in there. Let's just use these from now on. They don't stack, so I'll probably have a box of them. But they shouldn't go anywhere. I don't think they can go on belts. So bricks, we can do the same thing. Let's copy this, though. I do want to put some of those guys in there eventually. Whatever I don't use. So bricks, we can move it out. And put a box in. Nice. And we'll just do that. Cool. No, let's put it there. Okay, let's keep moving. Actually, what I can do is put these in there. I don't need these anymore, right? So why don't we pick this up and just trash the extra ones? We don't need those. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we can do one here too. Wait. We're not saving... Yeah, we're saving it up there. Oh, it's not a product. Okay, that one's solved then. No big deal. This, we need to move it... Wait. We don't sell iron either. Okay. We don't sell any of this stuff. Is that it? No, there's got to be more. Okay. So this game is a lot shorter because it did some stuff off camera, and that's why... Unless it's like... It's done like that, like I can't do it because it just eats too much of the day. Okay, 176 potions. Really good, really good. Glass 75, that's good too. Again, really the I think those pulleys are really good sellers too because look at how much we only sold 56 and we got 2,400. That's pretty good. Potions by far our biggest one. Now, we spent 37. I think that's going to slow down. What's happening is we're back feeding a lot of the potion build, so it's just eating resources as it does that fertilizer, right? So that's why you're seeing a lot of the stone purchase, which is really the big problem there. But that will slow down. I've just sat there and watched it for a while, and it slows down. Okay, so we're done with all that. Let's put a little bit here. Actually, right there would be perfect, right? So let's put a buffer here, and then rope we'll probably just hang on to as well. Nice. Let's put a sticky thing in there. We don't need that much. 100 buffers, plenty. This will naturally put a buffer in right... Well, I'd like to put it right next to the thing. Cool. And then I think that's it, right? We don't have any other ones, do we? We definitely want a sticky thing here. Okay. No, linen. Linen has one. Let's put linens right here, I guess. I don't mind... Oh, you know what? I didn't readjust all the other new catapults we put in, so we got to go back and do that. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, let's go readjust all the catapults because they're basically not working anymore. No, that guy's still working. Oh, these I didn't have to reset, see? They're good. These are already good. This guy, I do have to reset. It should go right there. Let's make sure. Probably should have looked before I leaped there. But it, generally speaking, if it's lined up with something, it's probably... Yeah, see, this guy doesn't have anything. He's just chilling. That means I disconnected this guy from there. If it keeps moving, then you know we're good. Oh, it's because we didn't need it, maybe? Yeah, we didn't need it. There it is. So that guy's coming from there, right? That guy's coming from there. All right, so bricks. Where's bricks? Well, it's probably going to be empty, right? No, there's bricks. Okay. Yeah, okay. Just to be sure, we're doing this the right way here. Bricks, good to go. Okay. And then that's it. None of these are products. Okay. Right, good. Okay, everything's all set up. We did that. Let's see. I'm not going to add the injector yet. Let's do some research. I probably should have started with that because we want to get ready for level 6 or level 5. We're also going to need this stuff to do the wall thing that I want to do. The tunnel conveyor for sure. We'll get this because we're going to prep like to make the vitality potion, right? I'm not going to get this because I'm not sure if it's a product or not. I don't think it is, but I don't want to add a product right now. So until we're really ready to do new products, I'm not going to research that. None of these things are sellable. They're just usable. So, in fact, probably this direction's our best bet because we'll have this crossway tunnel. I'm not sure when we'll ever use that, but cool. So we fix the sage pathing. So this is something I saw and didn't do anything with. You can tell that this guy is only going this direction, and this is getting bottlenecked, and this is light, right? So for some reason, and let's try to just fix it by going like that. No, see, it didn't fix it. So what we have to do is let's go like that and see if it'll go back. Yeah, now it worked. Okay. So for a while, because there's a buffer in those grinders, so for a while it's going to look really weird. It's not going to work. Okay. One of the things I did is like remove this and force this to go that way, and that kind of helped a little bit because this guy's really pretty backed up, so he's not going to notice that he's missing like half of his capacity. But this guy could use the extra because we're just not making potions fast enough, to be really honest. We weren't getting our full build. Like this guy is giving us 15 per minute, right? You can see there's no pause. But this guy, there might not be a pause. Yeah, there's no pause now, but there was a little bit of a pause before because he wasn't getting enough of this sage powder. So now he is. And I think we're getting about 10 to 15%, probably 15% more out of this build. Actually, no, if you think about it, if it's a sixth, yeah, it's up 15% basically, right? Because it's half of that. No, it's more like, yeah, 20 to 20 something percent. Okay, so this looks pretty good now. This belt is full, so I'm gonna reroute this back because this guy will just get anemic, right? So there we go. Now if it's splitting, there we go. Now it's good. Okay, you can see this guy's getting a little anemic. There, it should be good to go now. Okay, so that's fixed. I'm glad I didn't miss that. Add buffers bills did that. We're going to do quests. There's another quest I want to do. And we got another carpenter request in here, which you want to do these pretty much right when you get them. 60 glass, I can totally do that. No big deal. Because I want to get the next one. I'm sure there's going to be another one. Let's just split this. We might want to keep some glass on us, but don't really use it for anything, so I might just dump it back in there. All right, let's get this one done real quick. We get 28 silver too. That's awesome. Anything to get more money right now would be great because we're going to load up that bus is what we're going to do. And it costs. It's not cheap. Let's do a little bit of inventory management. Oh, one of the other things I wanted to do is I want to dump. I'm not going to hold on to copper anymore. So let's dump that to the bus. Okay, cool. This is nice. Let's dump these in here. And I'll go get some more next time I go to the shop, which I probably won't go there very much anymore. Let's continue with the research. Let's get this guy. And yeah, do more quests. Let's look at the other quests we have. Gonna keep pressing shift and it takes me off of it. There are a lot of good bulk orders in here. The one I really wanted to get, this is a pretty decent one because it's really easy for us to do, and it's 40 silver, geez. This one, believe it or not, it's gonna be harder because there's only stacking 50s. So let's do this one real quick. 16 bandages is easy. The bricks will be easy. The glass we just robbed, so it might take a second. But let's see if we can get 110 glass. Well, let's wait. Let's go get the bandages first. It'll be at 110 in a second. Now, when you rob this, it does kind of hurt your production, so you don't want to do it too much. Let's see if we can get a 16. There we go. Great. And then let's get glass. I think it was 110. Perfect. It's just a little bit less, right? Well, we'll just put it back in that we don't spend. What was the other thing? Bricks, I think it was. Yeah, we need bricks, basically 100 bricks, maybe 150 bricks. Now, I think I pulled this out. I think this should not... Well, that's for sales. This is for... Oh! That's right. This is for sales. Do I have extra bandages? I should. Where are my extra bandages? Right here? Yeah. Dude, I can just pull from here. Bro. Okay, well, you know what I need to do probably then. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that, and these will be for me. Oh, shoot. No, I still have 16. Good. Okay. So glass, we're good. Bricks, let's just grab 200 bricks. It's not that big of a deal. I'll put back what I don't need. Is that it? We have everything? No. We don't have glass. I thought we just grabbed it. Will you put it back or something? Let's grab it from here. There we go. Again, I keep hitting that shift button. It's just a muscle memory thing. Let me take my hand off of it. I can't. All right, here's 40 more silver. Making the big bucks, baby. Let's do this one next. Should be actually. We can steal those from here, right? Yeah, baby. There's 100 right there. So let's take this off because now we're going to use this up. We need to hook this up to the other thing so it can actually keep us producing here, keep us selling. There we go. Okay, so that's 100. I think the other one has 50. Yeah, let's do that. I push shift to grab a whole stack. So that's what's going on. And then when I hold shift to click a stack, it takes off the speed, what is it called? The sprinting. Do I need 16 more bandages? Doesn't even make sense, but okay. Let's 16, huh? 2. Actually, yeah, I could have done that. Okay, 16. All right, sounds good. We got that. We need glass. Again, I'm just going to have to... I think I'm just going to have to hold a sprint. This is not working. Because I can't really change the shift settings, I don't think. There we go. Okay. I'll shift to sprint. No, not a big deal. Let's rob from here and put back when we're done. All right. What else do we need? We're good. Okay, let's get this cheddar. Boom. We're rich, man. We're rich. I want to get all this because it's going to change. That's the problem we have here. 16 more bandages. Luckily, this has other things, not glass. Glass has been robbed. It is dead. Glass doesn't know what to do. Let's get 50 of those. I wasn't really looking. I think we need 60 potions. 102. Okay, lots of iron and 16 more bandages. We can get those, no problem. We got a lot. 16. Actually, it's... No, that's 18. 2. Okay, cool. 16. Nice. We can put those back. We don't need these. We'll put them here, I guess. Let's see. What else do we need? We need potions. We might... we do have a little stash. I'd prefer to take it from here because I don't want to mess with that part. So let's just do that. It's never going to even notice it's gone. Oh, and then iron, right? We can just rob the iron, no problem. There, let's get this. And I probably do want to put some of the stuff back. Let's get this last bulk order. Now we're really flowing in the money. Now we got the Benjamins, man. We could do these too. I mean, they're not as valuable, but might as well do all the things, right? Tons of cash coming in. But the problem is we might hurt our system. If we hit it too hard, it'll come crumbling down. So let's put these back, actually. We don't need that many. Let's put all of our stuff back. What is next? Let's like that. The bricks we're fine with. Wow, we have a lot of just extra junk on us now. Let's put that in here. I don't want that at all. Let's see. What else do I got? Let's do glass. Again, I want to fill... Let's... That is glass. Okay, let's fill the sales one first. What about this guy? Do we have any of these? No. Okay, we have potions. Let's, again, feed this guy back. Boom. Yeah, fabric. That's always kind of a pain in the ass, right? Let's feed this guy. Okay, we can get this out. Let's put a gelatinous in there. Let's start switching these out. Let's go buy some more of those. Because I want to take off those gears and just replace it with these things. I wish you could just had like a... Maybe a button you could push where it would just buy it for you. Yeah, rep's 100. That's good. I want to keep that rep at 100. Every time we touch in these boxes, let's just switch this stuff. Okay, cool. All right, got 900 more coin, man. Do we want to stop? Yeah, I think we should stop for a second. Okay, cool. So I did quests. That's good. Now let's do shop rework. So what I was thinking off camera is... this is going to be tough, and I don't like these, right? So we already noticed we need a buffer. Just having just in time is not enough. These guys are buying... I saw some days where it was like 280 green potions. We can't even make that much in a day, I don't think. Pretty sure. I didn't calculate it, but I'm almost positive. We have to have a buffer. Now we do. We have buffers. If we have buffers, why don't we just make the buffer a conveyor belt, right? And that speeds up our delivery system, right? Because these guys can only go so fast. They can only fill it so fast. So we can get more product to our sales area faster if we use belts. I don't really want to do that. I really like these catapults, but it's not going to work. Plus, they don't stack very well, and we can stack belts. So with that in mind, what I'm going to have to do is... What I was thinking is I was going to put a wall right here, like we already talked about, and I'll put a row of product on that side and a row on this side. You can't really do 2 rows in here with what I want to do because that can stay there. That's fine. But this is going to have... I'm going to have some space over here for these catapults. So this guy's really can only go like right here. Can't go all the way against the wall because the catapult has to stick out, right? So if we just put one in, and you can actually do it because What was I doing? Oh, getting a wall. Because we can actually see what it'll look like. So if we put a wall right here and the catapults will go right through it. It doesn't care. But we don't want to cheese it, right? So now let's put in one of these guys, right? We probably won't put this in a bar because it's just not going to use it that much. But turn. Can't turn it? Why not? Oh, it only sticks in a wall. So if you do this correctly, then what you're going to want to do, and there will be a corner where we can't really do anything. I saw a way to measure that corner, which we'll do pretty soon. So if you do that, where'd it go? Do you have to click it twice or something? That's weird. No, build it. Okay, I want it on the ground. So let's... Okay, now it worked. So if you do that, the closest you can do it is right there. Which means... Let's actually put this over here. Dude, go through the wall. What are you doing? Okay, maybe it's getting confused with these other guys right here. So if you do that, then the closest you can have this... Well, let's check. Can you do it right here? Let's say. I probably would do it like that, because I'm going to have 4, right? 2 to feed this, 2 to feed the guy across the way. That's another question is, how far can I go, right? Can I do it from here all the way over to there? I might have to move these closer too, because they just can't even touch, right? That is too close. What does it say? Angle not right? Yeah, invalid angle. So let's try it again. Probably that's one more away, I think. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's the same. There we go. That's one more away. It won't even do that. So we're going to end up doing it way over here. Yeah, okay. So see, you have to have some space. We could throw these through the wall and call it magic. Now, here's the thing. I kind of feel like that's okay, because if you can't even see it happening, then who cares? No. No. There we go. So if you put this guy here, right? If you put him there, no, that's clipping. I don't want it on the wall. Those clip a tiny bit. I probably would move them back. Let's see. Yeah, that's more appropriate. So if you do that, you can have a dude literally like right here, right? And that guy can target this. Obstacles. Well, what you'd have to do is this. No, that works, right? And then you build the wall. Then you just go like that. Now he'll fill that. So let's give it some stuff to fill, I guess, just to be sure. We'll test this. Always test your builds. One more. Okay. Let's put, I don't know. Let's put... Well, we don't want to put something that we're actually going to sell that we don't have. Let's put gears, I guess. See, it goes through the wall. Now, this is a magic shop, man. I think this is fine. This is magic, guys. It's totally cool that it comes through the wall. We're mages. Now, some of you might say, John, that ain't cool, bro. That ain't intended. Yeah, but it works. And it makes your shop look cooler than, like, those things are sticking out. I guess you could hide it. Let's see if we can hide that. Because if you can hide it, I guess that would be fine. I can't do anything with this extra space, right? And then for this guy, he'd have to be like right here, because this guy can't throw into there, be too far away. So I guess really the deciding factor is, like, if we're actually doing it right there, how far back can this guy go? That's actually something we should probably blueprint. Can he go right there? Yeah. Okay, that works. Let me see if he can go here. Yeah, that still works. I'm trying to get the farthest distance. Can he go there? Yeah, that still works. Wow, these actually have a really long range. Nope, see? So that is as far away as it can go. So let's destroy this. And then I think we should copy this, honestly. So let's copy. And then I'm going to blueprint that. So F, H, max, dist, kata, display. Okay, there we go. Confirm. So we got that saved. So see, like, if I have that there, that won't work. So this guy has to be away from the wall too, or I'm just going to have a catapults in the middle of the floor. So I think it's going to be okay to move this guy forward. Where? That is a good question. First of all, to get this guy behind it, I think we said the guy has to be, if we put the guy here, I think this guy has to be like right there. Let me just test again. Let me just copy this guy to here. We'll just do that so I know where it is. Now for this guy, I think we said he has to be right there. Yeah. If we do it back one more, it won't work. Yeah, that's where he has to be. Why isn't this lining up? I think it's like that, actually. That probably won't work. No, it'll work. Okay, so he has to be pretty much in the middle. Because one back is right there. Right, so one ahead of the middle, basically. So if that's the case, this guy... Oh, shoot. Man! Well, we just skipped a day. I wish you'd have to click something like continue or something. That'd be really nice, because I wanted to see what we were selling. That won't work, see? To make it work, it's probably going to have to be... Well, we'll know. We know how far away it's going to have to be. Let's just do this, right? Queue, blueprints, display, build. Wow, that's really close, man. That is too close. I don't like that. Because our other guy is like right here, right? Our other guy is going to be right there. So why don't we meet in the middle and go one back? Okay, so that means this guy really should be right here. If we're meeting in the middle. That is a lot of space to just have to hide. What if we do a half wall? A half wall could work. Okay, maybe we do a half wall. So, let's see. If we do half walls, and I'll show you how to do those. I actually found out that you can do different kinds of walls. Oh, and I'm out of bricks. Let's get bricks. Well, yeah, let's get bricks. Where are they? Where are they? 182 bricks. Nice. Okay. You can do other kinds of walls. Okay, so here's the... If you put T, there you go. You can do doorways. You can do things. Let's try a half wall right here. Now, I'm kind of wondering... Probably can't right over that, but I'm going to try. Oh, it keeps the same one. Nice. It won't let me. Well, here's what I'm wondering. Let's just take all these out. Let's do a test over here. If I do a half wall right here, can I do a full wall across it? Okay. Can I? No. It won't go in the middle. So that's the sucky part. Because I can't block it off. Because I wanted to make like a hidden space, you know? And I need that space, but I'm wondering, how can I do this then? Well, I'm going to think about that off camera. Maybe what we should start doing is moving the register and stuff like that. We got a lot of this stuff we can do. Okay, so... Can't put it in the middle. Can't do a half. Can't do a half wall. Really don't want to do a full wall. Because I don't want to have a full wall right here of nothing. Right? It's just literally nothing. Now, if we're doing all those products, it probably wouldn't. No, because we can do it from this side. We can do... All the products can come from one side. The reason how I know that is, I just took this and said, hey, can you... Yes, see? This guy can do all those now. Okay, you can't path because I put some stuff in his way. But you can have 4 lines fill this whole thing. So you can do it all from one side. And that's what I would prefer. We're just going to have a lot of extra space that just, nothing's happening. Well, if I bring it up the center, then you can have stuff on the sides. That's good. But then you can't cover it up. You just got these belts of product running in and drop downs and catapults and stuff, and it's just in your store. Well, I'm sure they're working on more ways to hide things because beautification is kind of a big deal in these games, in my opinion. You know, it's not everything, but like even when Factorio, when you build something, you want it to look nice, right? So, okay, let's get rid of these. We don't want these. How am I going to do this? I could have a logistics wall in the back. Well, then we have the same problem unless they're throwing it through the wall, which I think throwing it through the wall is fine. I don't care. I don't need pipes. I'm good. I don't need that. I'll set up all my logistics and then put the walls in. Okay. That means we're going to have a little space where you walk in. We'll have like, yeah, okay. All right, so I know how that's going to work. It's going to be a lot of disruption. That's okay. Let's start working on... And this is going to be really rough. I think we're going to have to do it in front of these guys, for at least for now. Let's work on moving this and then adjusting the money bus. So this guy is going to need a little tube right here. We could do the tube on this side. It's not in anybody's way. Where's this going? What the hell? Oh! I took out those displays. That was dumb. Was that it? Wow, okay. And I think it was rope, right? So this isn't gonna work. No, it was oh, it's this. Okay, good. Because what the heck? Okay, well I'm glad I saw that. That was very screwed up. Which means I got a lot of product on me probably that I can drop. Let me go drop that real fast. This still? Yeah. Let's get that in there. And then this probably still too. Nope. In here? Nope. Where's the guy? Well, sort of. And that's fine. Destroy? No, I can put it in here. No, it's full. Well, crap. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to delete it, I guess. All right, so... that is set up again. So the money bus, we can run it down the center. I don't think they're going to get stuck on it. Like, we can do it right here, and then we'll move it later. So that means I'm just going to dump off the desk, right? We're going to go that direction. I can do all the money stuff over here. No. No, I can still leave the money, all the money stuff over here. I'll just have a bus of our current cash. So so what you can do so you don't lose rep is you can actually close the store. So let's close the store. Well, I don't want to close the store. Let's just keep it open. Should be fine. Just the money bus is going to suck for a second. So let's cut this whole thing. And actually, I don't want the box. Let's cut this whole thing. And very quickly, when no one's in the shop, just stick it back in here. I want it right there. There we go. Now I'm going to send the money back over. We'll just do it down the center line right here. Well, I'll do it close to this because then it won't get anybody's way. So that can stay. All this can stay. This might not be able to stay, really. We can still do this. It can still come in right here. Okay, cool. And then we'll have it throw over there. Let's just build it backward, I guess. Well, we're going to come down this line, right? So that means it's going to turn right here. And it's going to go like that. There we go. Okay, now let's get max distance out. Max distance cat. And we'll start building. If I can see. Cool. Yep, confirm, because we're just going to connect it like this. What I like about this, too, is it's already connected. You don't have to connect those middle guys. This is going to just have to move up to... Well, really, we want it coming out the back, right? And it's going to also throw something over. So let's set this guy up. And then we'll throw this stuff over. Okay. So that's going to come out right there. Yeah. Not really. It's going to have to turn. Okay, right there. All right, let's put this in, because now this guy can't export, right? We're going to intake from the top. We want to output that direction. Actually, yeah, we're going to do like that. Okay, now we'll do this. And we'll do this. Again, it's temporary, so I'm not super concerned. We can probably give this guy a little... He's got a bunch of money over here, so he doesn't really care. It's because I got this huge backlog of copper. All right, let's hook this thing up so the money bus can still operate. Right, then this is already connected. This is not. There we go. Okay, it's reconnected. So now it's going to do exactly what it did before, right? It has 2 pathways right there. Let's put an injection in here like I wanted to do, which means we want it right there. Yeah. We just need one more of these guys. So this guy's already converting like I want him to, except I want him to convert from gold to 1 silver. So this actually goes either way. If you put silver in, it'll convert to gold, and that would output 1 gold coin. If you put gold in, well, this one's one way because it's gold. It'll only convert down. It'll convert up too, actually. So if you give it gold, it'll convert down to silver. If you give it silver, it'll convert up to gold, okay? So it's kind of a similar thing that we're going to have here, except it's actually the exact same. We're going to put silver in. It's going to eject 1 gold coin. Then it's going to, on this side, eject 1 silver coin each. Now, the reason that is because this only ejects full stacks. You'll see that in a second, what I mean by that. So we're going to give this thing exactly 200, right? I need 15. There we go. I'm going to give it exactly 200. Oh, I didn't. I gave it more. Let's pick that up because... Is it set? Yeah, it's already set up. I want to give it an exact amount. It's really hard to figure out what's going on with these guys. Nothing actually disappears. It's just there is a buffer inside the doorway right there. So you'll see 1 gold coin goes in, right? And now it's using that gold coin. It should be. Convert to silver. 1 at a time. Did it just eat my gold? No, it's got a gold coin on the belt. We don't want that. It ate something. It ate something. It threw my gold coin, maybe? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was converting to gold. Now it's going to convert to silver, but down. So let's try that again. I don't know if there's a way I can just give it to that. I could probably just do this and give it 2 gold coins. Yeah, it should work. Do I have 2 gold coins on me? I do. So let's put both in. Now you'll see 1 goes in and starts the process. Right? Now it's got 2, actually. So that's good. Sometimes you can't always see it, and the gold coin will be hanging out right in the opening right there because it can't take any more in, right? So now this is going to export 1 silver coin at a time. It'll start filling up the bus with 1 silver coin at a time, and you can see it's already doing it a little bit, and it'll get thicker and thicker as far as cash flow goes over time. Okay, great. So now that's all done. We move the register. We reattach the money bus. We want to rearrange the walls now. Now, if I put walls here, these guys will be fine. They won't care because, again, once you already set up your catapults, they don't care that they're walls. But I can't put one right there because it's literally right where I'd put it. So I might want to actually move these back. And that I could move back too. So let's just move this whole thing back in unison here. No, with that too. Let me just cut and move this. So linen is going to go to here. Linen goes to here. Right? Simple. This guy... Who is this guy? Bricks? Bricks might not be able to go back that far. Yeah, it's Bricks. Bricks is that guy. So why don't we put Bricks 1 to the side? As close as we can get it, because it's literally needs to... It has a long distance to go here. Cut, and then delete. Okay, so Bricks... Well, let's see if this will actually make it. It probably won't. Nope, it's not close enough. Oh, it's because it has to be up here. Let's cut it again. Actually, we'll just paste. Yeah, that should work. It's only 1 different. And that should still work as well. So let's do this. Then we'll do this. Then we'll do over to Bricks. Boom. Okay. Reset. Cool. Factory running. And now I can put all my walls in. I'm going to put walls directly across here. And these will be internal walls. Right? Again, these will still run and it'll be totally fine for now. But that allows us to kind of start thinking about where we want things to be. Now, I don't want it there. I want it to be here. Right? And let's move this box. Obviously can't. It won't fit there. And I'm not really going to be running around back here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two spots right here as the back entrance to the back rooms. So what we can do is, and I think this is an exterior wall. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine because this is the inside of the factory is going to be like dungeony, right? We're going to leave it that way. So let's make this a doorway as well now that I know how. Well, first, let's get a stone thing. I wonder if it'll even make that in here. It should. Oh, it did it. Okay, now T. Perfect, okay. That's really nice. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. And it fits with what we've got so far. I'll kind of fix up the rest of this thing now that I know what I'm doing. But, again, we can't really do it off camera because it eats time. How's this guy doing? He's doing well. There's some money building up in here, probably. Nice. Destroy that. All right, so let's drop off... Oh, I can't go that way. Let's drop off money. We'll also drop off these gobstopper things or whatever they're called. They're just taking up a lot of inventory. Nice. Okay, let's drop off the money. We don't want the copper. Okay, cool. Now, what are we going to work on next? Everything's all set up, and everybody's good to go. This guy's emptying, not super quickly. We might have to use that second export at a certain point. But I like this too, because it like closed. Now the factory isn't exposed. It's just where we're selling things, right? All of our products are here. Nice. I will probably also move the potions to a different spot because they just don't look very good right now. I don't know if I'm going to use... Well, if I use corners, I can use this. So if we do corners, one of the guys that I was kind of watching a couple of days ago now, he does corners like this. I don't know if I have it on here, actually. I don't. That's fine. I'll just use this. I never use these things. So he said corners work like this. Like, it's like that. But I think my corners are just going to be 2. Yeah, corners for me will probably be 2, because I think if this guy's there and I can put a guy there, that's basically 2 boards, if you look at it. Is look at this little piece right there. So 2 boards is about, yeah, it's about right there. So I can probably put something right here. The problem is then it covers that, right? Now, if I just put some walkway space, maybe I'll put 2 potion things right here. I think we'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there because that's actually a good amount of space. Okay, cool. So I can start redoing stuff. What? Maybe I should move the potions first. Well, what I can do is start running belts too. So for belts, I'm going to run it up on the side. Now, what I want to do, I think, is I want to leave a space to run through here. So we might want to start thinking about internal. Oh, it's late at night. I start freaking out when the factory stops. I'm not used to it stopping. It's because we bought the belt, the potion belt. Now we can stay up later. And so there's some hours of the day where we don't have customers, as you can see right now, but we can keep building. We're not sleeping. So that always freaked me out. That freaked me out when it first started happening. It's like, hey, what's happening? We're not selling? It's usually bad, right? We can move that guy back 1. Because I want to put something there. So let's move this guy back 1. And I'm going to have to make sure I reset this to there. Now let's just put that glass into the guy over here. Because he's still collecting. Yeah, there we go. Now I can put walls in there. Let's put another running wall here. Well, it's okay if we have these internal walls in here. That's totally fine. I just want the main factory to have the stone. So we'll do stone walls. Oh, yeah. I could move those back. They're not going very far. That guy is. Who's that? Oh, it's bandages. I could move it up to here and with these guys. I have to take a wall out. Okay, let's move the bandages up. Let's copy this. Oh, I cut it. Oh, well. Just to make it easier to understand, I'll do it there. And then we'll move it back there. Okay, so let's go to bandages. Reset that up. Cool. Now we have to do the same thing with linen. But linen, this guy's already set up. I just have to move this guy back. So cut this guy, do the same thing. Okay, cool. Now we got some extra on linen as well. Probably end up just throwing that away. There we go. Okay. How much extra? Well, let's go put the... I know the bandages, we're going to have to put them back. Or not. Okay. Linen, probably the same thing. All right, cool. Okay, so that's good. I should be able to put my walls back in now. Let's do that real fast. Put the interior wall right here. And then this will be exterior, right? Well, interior to us. Cool, that's going to be cool. So then I'll put like a doorway right here. So this is just an internal space. This is where we're going to run our logistics. So we're going to run it on the wall right there. The only thing I'm not sure about is... Are we going to have to go over, right? How do I get through here? If we got a bunch of belts running, I can't... Right? Then this wall is stupid. All right, let's see. We skipped the other day, unfortunately. Let's see what we're getting on this third day of the episode. Third day. 86 potion. Look at that. 228 potions. We're up to speed. We're selling really well. We're missing a couple of products, which we'll remedy at some other point eventually, but we're doing well. Look at that. Mortars is a good product. It's the same price almost as... Actually, they're worth more than the pulleys, which is kind of weird because pulleys are way more advanced. You'd think mortars would not be worth as much. Potions are... I don't know what's going on with potions. I think it's just volume. So that's good. We made 15 silver there. We're going to end up eventually, when I was watching it, we end up making about 35 silver a day. So we'll see that eventually as we don't add any more product and things just kind of balance out. But it's pretty crazy. Okay, so if I'm running logistics up this wall and I'm going to split it, right? And I'm going to run probably like 3 stacks, right? Then I can't run through here. I can't run through here either. So this would just be logistics, and that's logistics. I got to run around this. You want a wall. I don't want to run through belts. You could probably run through them, but it looks stupid. So let's actually remove this. We don't want... Ooh, that wall we won't remove. We don't really want walls right there. We want walls here. So let's get our thing out again. You know, let's just... For interior walls, we'll do it like this. The problem we're going to have is... One of the sides is going to be plaster. Right? You can't do brick on both sides. So for interior factory walls, we'll do it like that. Okay, this is a little disjointed now, but it's probably fine. So this guy, these will run over and go up on the wall, basically, and these guys will wrap around on the wall. All right, knowing that, let's do the rest of this. Now, how are we going to handle other logistics? I didn't even think about that. So what we should probably do is we'll belt in our sales logistic line, and we'll pull off of that for other builds. But can we catapult those? Not really. If we're going to have a to and from, I want them side by side. And then we'll just run it up that way, I guess. Up like on the side right here, which is kind of sucky because then it's in the way. Really, I like it behind. But we've already got catapults. It'd have to be, what, 3 or 4 up? And then how do you get over this? A beam, I guess? But we don't have any beams that are 5. To go across like that, right? Let's go see if we have another carpenter thing. Eventually, we're going to get a 5-unit beam as a quest. 2 more... No, just these old random quests, right? We're not doing this for a while, because I can't do 800 apiece. 800, that's ridiculous. If I sell 800 bandages in the store, I'm going to get a lot more than 12 silver. Bandage times 50. Daily requirement 8. I need to look that up, because maybe I'm not thinking of this right. Let's clear these off. We might actually get different, stuff coming in if we clear that out. So it's 90, right? 90, This is a little bit unfortunate. 90 of these guys, right? Let's get 50 from there. Again, we're going to replace these. Let's get 50 from here. Okay, cool. And then let's see what the other... I can't remember what the other ingredients are. 55 glass. We already have the bricks. Okay. So we'll end up moving these builds eventually. 55 glass, huh? Oh, that should be easy. 55, though. 3, 4. That'll be 5. Okay. They really need a way to split stacks. Again, switch that out with a gobstopper. Okay, and then bricks we have. Let's get more bricks, though, because we're going to run out right when we dump these. No, I think 200 bricks is probably fine. I don't think we need more. I'm also going to eventually move almost everything in the factory up a level and have an empty factory down here. Maybe for new builds, I'm not sure. That way I can move all the builds and kind of rearrange them to the factory shape that I have. All right, we should be able to do this quest now. Not a lot of silver for that, but that's okay. It wasn't a lot of stuff. Did it not take them? Cool. Weird. I did a different one as well. All right, let's go put some of this stuff back. Like probably the pulleys. I really don't need those. I'm sure there's space to put them in. Yeah, okay. What else? Gotta get rid of this. We can get rid of that. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're fine. All right, let's go get rid of this copper. I don't want it. It's a lot. Cool. All right, we did the quests. I think it's time to start working on the bus, actually. We have some time. I didn't think we'd have this much time. So I moved the register. I reattached the money bus. I rearranged my walls. I'm going to set up new display cases. So let me think about this, though. So for potions... That I will probably use a conveyor throughput just because it's literally right here. I'll move this back to right here. I'll run it straight through probably. Can I even do that? Let's check. That might be something I want on the bus here. Probably more than I want 3 or 4. Those up and downs, right? Going through the wall is probably going to be kind of a big deal. So that, and I bet you this conveyor bridge will be more of a big deal than I think. Okay, so... Oh, it comes right in there. Well, I can rearrange these belts. It's not that big of a deal. First, let's build backward. Right? Then I can just... It's called... Let's do a side-by-side migration. That's what we call it in IT world. So I'm going to want one of these. And I think with the green, I'm going to supply 2 lines of this. Because they grab a whole bunch and then you're screwed. Oh, we might not be able to do this. Because really, that's got to go right there. We might have to set these up first. Which, yeah, I can put those there. So let's look at where this is going to be. We can remove these now. Probably should leave one where it needs to be, though. So for this... Oh, no, we're going to put it right up against a wall. Because we don't care. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. There is no wall space. I really wanted to do in place, or side-by-side migration. How far is this going to come out? Let's go check. It's going to come out to here. So it needs to be right there. I don't really like that. I wonder if you can put these over the top of these. Like, how can you hide that? I don't think you can. Overlapping with other devices. So again, it's kind of crappy. Ooh, can you put a shelf? Maybe you can shelf it. And then, like, it covers it, kind of, right? So if we do this, let's say... First, let's put this guy over there. And he's got to stick out, what did we say? 2 or something? He's got to stick out, like, that far. 2. Basically as far as this. A shelf is not going to do anything. A shelf is barely going to help at all. Look at this. You got to cover up this whole space. What we could do... Now, it's going to be magic again, though. I could convey... No, you can't convey up either. At a certain point, you got to throw things. There's no other way. Or you do this. Let's see. So I'm going to convey up and have a thing right there. So if I did a tube, right, in reverse because it's not the right direction. And I was going to do it on this. I would do it probably right there. So that's one of them. That's two, right? Let's do number two. So then I'm going to do a conveyor. Oops. No. But I don't know where to yet. I'm going to take in. And, well, that's not helpful. So it's got to be at least this high, right? We're talking about doing something more like this. I wonder if it'll stick to the back. That'd be kind of cool. It won't. Let's see how high that we're talking here. What we need to do, I think that will be fine. Are these 5? Oh my god, they're 5. Okay. Oh, that's why you want 2. Okay, so the outside one will actually be right there. That's the inside one. All right, so no. Can't drag it apparently. So you want it right there. That's where you want your shelf. So then you're going to convey. So here's what I'm thinking, okay? So let's put the shelf in. Oh, you need one more. That's fine. Shelves are 6. That sucks. It is what it is, but that sucks. Wish they were 5. Okay, put the shelf in. Then you convey up with a 2 here. Right? And then you can put a dude right there. The problem with this is going to be he can't target that. It's too close. That would be sick. I'd be okay with that. How far does this have to be? Probably super far. All right, let's see how far this has to be. And I don't even know if this will work now, to be honest. Let's kill this. All right, let's see how far this has to be. That'll work. Can I go back further? Okay, so I'm at 1, 2, 3 points. You can't see the 4th one. So let's go back to 3 points exactly. 1, 2, 3 points, right? Because that's okay. So it's one more back. Yeah, that'll work. And it leaves a little space to get behind it. It just looks kind of dumb. If you're going to do that, you might as well put the thing on the floor. You know what I mean? What if we put it on the floor and it throws it through and you can't see it at least? I just don't like that you can see it. And I kind of don't like that there's so much space, man. That sucks. They need a thing where it can drop in. That's what they need. Like, catapults are cool, but if you want to make it vertical, then they need one where you can drop it. That'd be dope. So we might just do it the way I was going to do and do it secret style. Where you just can't see it and it just throws it through the wall. Because, man, this is really ugly. These are really ugly. And you're wasting a lot of space. Well, I'm going to think about that off camera since we're almost done here. So let's just check the rest of our store here. Shop. It looks really nice. 100 rep. Tons of money coming in. Is it just backed up? All the money's going into here, huh? Nice. Okay. There's no money going into the silver, huh? It should be eating stuff. Unless the silver is like all backed up, which is possible. Yeah, see, it's all backed up right there. All right, well, it is what it is. I'll think about how I want to set up my shop. I might look at a couple of people's different builds. But this would be kind of cool, but you still have to have a huge gap. I don't like that. Now, you could close the gap probably by doing, more of this. You could just... Well, it clips. You wouldn't want it the clipping. But you could do it like this, I guess. Wait, what, I'm out of wood or something? Probably. So you could do that and then just put 2 shelves. One on this side coming in and another one coming in for the other side. At least it would look really cool. Then you could put some like decorations in front of the catapults or something. I might do something like that, actually. The problem is, then your store really is the one aisle up and down. Okay. At least you're not doing anything cheese, right? You're doing it the right way. All right, I'm going to leave that in. What I'll do is kind of play around with the builds. I'll probably get a couple builds set up kind of off camera. I'll blueprint those builds. That way I can just slap them in, and then when I want to expand, I have blueprints, right? Because I'm not building those shelving things every time. It's stupid. What I'll do is I'll probably blueprint a full case, a 4-thing case, and then, or maybe I'll try it with a 3-item case to see if that's any better. I'll blueprint those, then I can just slap those in as we move, because what I'm going to want to do, I'm going to have to rip some of these out to put the new displays in and get everything set up. Then I'll probably just set the stuff we have on this side that you're seeing, actually. I'll move it over to the other side. Then we can work on the other wall and get it all set up. Then we can we can route it in with the logistics and everything like that. I might even copy part of the logistics build, so we're not like dragging, a whole bunch of belt and then building another layer and drag another piece of belt. So I'll probably set all that up on the blueprint as well, off camera and everything, because I can blueprint that stuff off camera, and then I just reload the save and I have the blueprints, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I figure this day should be over. It's not quite over. So actually, let's start setting that up. Let's start looking at one of these walls. And let's set up some of these blueprints, right? Let's just take this wall right here. So the way it's going to work is... Oh, yeah, I need materials. Let's go grab some of that. It's in this big box here. Boom, boom. Nice. Okay. So the way this is going to work is it's going to just go all the way across, and then we're just going to stack it up. Now, I'm going to need a lot of iron to do this, and I might want to... Yeah, okay. I might need a big box of iron soon, because I'm going to have a lot of these guys. Oh, it's tacks. I mean nails. How's the nails looking? Let's pull this out. I want more nails now. Cool. Because I want to build up nails. Okay, we'll get like 600 nails. Should be fine. Because we're going to have tons of these guys. I'm wondering if I can blueprint this as well. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's blueprint this, and then I'll just copy it about 2,000 times. Right? There we go. Now, copy this. And I should be able to just slap it on top. Nice. And I don't know how many I'm going to want. As many as you can give me, basically. How many is that? Oh, there's nothing down here. That sucks. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll stick with 12. We can do 12 products with this. Now let's blueprint that. I don't want the wall. Yep, I got everything. We're going to copy. We're going to blueprint. And this is going to be called logistics bus. 12, right? 12 high. Cool. Maybe we'll put... They need more icons. That's a good one. Logistics bus, I guess. Okay, cool. We have the logistics bus. Now when I use it, though, it's going to cost a lot, dude. Does it tell you how much it uses? It doesn't. Man, that'd be really nice. Build. It does when you do this. Wow. 368 and 176 nails. Well, wait. Don't we have to turn this thing? And go along this way? We do, and... I mean, I guess we could do wall things. But it's right up against the wall, so how's that going to work? Because that is the shop. I mean, I could cut some of this out. Again, I'll do all that off camera. We don't really need a full bank right here. This is where we're going to lift stuff up onto the thing, so we don't really care about that. Also, what we could do is just go across and put it on one of these. That way I don't have a whole... I'm not bringing them all the way down here and all the way around. We'll just stack them into here. Our first dude is here. So he'll actually just run through, right like this, over to this guy, which means we don't need these. No, we don't need, actually, let's do X. We don't need this. Don't need. Yeah, okay. This is our first guy. He'll just go right through the center. So that also means I don't need this. Right? Because The first dude, I don't need the first layer at all, but it's fine. Yeah, the first guy is just this. Okay, so I can't detach him. But what I can do is start doing this. Right, and then he's going to go under the wall. Yeah, 3. Nice. Overlapping with other devices. Oh, there must be something on the other side. Well, it's brick anyway, right? What if we just move this? Let's just move this out. Well, I'm just going to do it for the episode. Let's just do it for this. Let's just literally hook this one up since we're just waiting for this day to be over, kind of. All right, let's do a 3. Still doesn't work. Why not? Why won't this work? There we go. Now it's... Now, these are really kind of stubborn, aren't they? Again, is there something in the way? No, I don't think there is. But we want it to go this direction. No. There we go. Where is that? Is that not where it is? Okay, here's the end of the day. Finally, man. These days are actually a lot longer now. Extra... It's probably going to be 10 minutes. 232 potions. Nice. We should be building up tons of cash. That's good because we're going to need tons of cash to do the next builds. It takes a lot of money to do new builds because we end up having to buy sigils and stuff like that. This is nice. This is nice. Crest rewards up the... You know what? I really would have liked to see the other one. We had like 200 silver and quest rewards. Today we made 27 silver just on product. And, well, really 22 silver, right? Minus the 5,000 copper. And 20 silver on quests. Really awesome. So I'm going to figure this out. Oh, it's there. Can I just connect it? Let's just finish this. I want to see how this works. We'll keep our buffer for now because I think that's going to be pretty important. Well, let's just hook this first one up and then I'll call it quits. I should be able to do this. Boom. Okay, now I just have to redo this to get to this other brick guy. He's right there. Okay. So bricks should come through the wall. Why aren't they coming through, man? Where are the bricks, brah? Bricks are there. Oh, now they're going through. Maybe there's like a pause or something. Cool. Here they come. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to route all these things, build up our bus, right? I'll probably put a line of buses up here. Really, we're going to need to move it back, though, because, oh, no, we're going underneath, right? So I'm going to turn it at some point, go underneath, set all that stuff up. That's what we're going to do next episode. We'll redo this whole shop next episode, and then we'll start working on the final products. In fact, let's do maybe this guy, one last dude here. And tell me what you think in the comment section. Haven't had any comments yet if you're playing this game or not. I'm doing one of these a day, and I'm actually way behind. I'm way ahead. I think I've got like 6 ahead or 4 ahead or something like that. I just can't stop recording. I'm having a great time. I'll see you in the next one. Stay frosty.